Greetings, cyberspace. It is I, Terracin, your favorite cyber bitch here. And yes, I am here alone tonight. Seems everyone is dead, I guess. I know Burnside's at work. Scooby's in a lot of pain. Everyone else, I have no fucking clue. I guess they caught the zombie virus. I guess I'm gonna have to go give them some mercy. So tonight I've got some news. It's probably all I'm gonna read tonight because I myself am quite tired. So let me screen share for you so you can actually see what I'm seeing. Give me just a second. I hate it when this thing's slow. Yes, share. There we go. Got to everyone. Alrighty. Everyone probably has read about the Proud Boy John Kinsman being arrested for quote-unquote beating his wife. I really haven't read much into the story because personally I don't give a fuck. But this is about how looks can influence courtroom bias. First, we're gonna, look at this. This is him at first. Looks like a Kentucky hillbilly. And this is him at his last court date. Looking spiffy. And John Kinsman of the Proud Boys, a Southern Poverty Law Center designated hate group, appeared in court for a hearing last week. He looked entirely different. Proud Boys denied the hate group designation and questioned the legitimacy of the organization. During a previous court appearance on October 19th, Kinsman had a scraggly beard, long hair, and wore a t-shirt and overalls. Less than a week later, he was unrecognizable in court in a suit, black rimmed glasses, short, slick hair, and clean-shaven face. Looks like he's got some DSL there. The striking makeover is likely not a coincidence, but it speaks to an understanding by Kinsman's legal team that appearance is currency in the nation's courtrooms. The likelihood of conviction and length of a criminal sentence has been linked to how attractive, modest, or even light-complected defendants look. Amber Baylor, associate professor of law at the Texas A&M University Law School, discussed earlier this year how it is both standard and good practice for defense attorneys to spruce up their clients before a court appearance. She also runs the criminal defense clinic at A&M's law school. It's very common to ask your client to get a haircut if they want to because you think it might help them win their case. Baylor told the Corpus Christi Caller-Times in March. Tell them how they may want to sit, what direction they want to look in, whether or not they want to trim their beard. Looking a certain way can alter perceptions about defendants. Kinsman, for instance, belongs to the Proud Boys, an organization that Facebook recently banned. Regarding the ban, a spokeswoman for the social media company said in a statement, "Our team continues to study trends in organized hate and hate speech and works with partners to better understand the hate organizations as they evolve." Last year, Jason Kessler, who previously attended Proud Boy meetings, helped organize the Charlottesville Unite the Right rally, in which counter-protester Heather Haler was killed. The Proud Boys deny any involvement with the rally and further deny that Kessler was a member of the group. Kingsman was in court stemming from charges related to a fight with Antifa protesters. Okay, I was wrong. In New York City, October 12th, his charges included attempted assault, riot, and criminal possession of a weapon. But the Kinsman in court last week due to he's due back in December, excuse me. I'm so tired. didn't resemble the public's general perception of a violent person. His suit covered up his arm tattoos, and his short hair, shaven face, and glasses made him look socioeconomically privileged. Although people who harbor far-right views transcend class and educational lines, a perception persists that they are hillbillies. And the rise of Trump and the growing radical animus linked to his presidency has famously blamed the economic anxiety of his supporters. Kinsman's suaver look for his court hearing signals that his defense team potentially gave him a makeover to shoot down the idea that he espouses such views. As it is, Proud Boys deny that they are white supremacists, despite their ties to the far right. The fact that Kinsman is married to a black woman has repeatedly come up on social media and in the press. Proud Boys supporters have used a picture of the couple to shoot down accusations of racism. Kinsman's black wife, biracial kids, and clean-shaven face could serve to distract from allegations that he's a dangerous participant of the far-right movement. Most recently accused of body-shaming, punching, and stomping on an Antifa member, according to the New York Post. Okay, so we went from hillbilly to he looks more hipster in this. And so they're saying that it's possible to take down his charges. Now, when I was in D.C. at Moore, there were Proud Boys there, and there were black people, Hispanic people. The Proud Boys didn't do anything. They didn't even go after the, 2 Antifa members that showed up. Once they saw how many of us there were compared to how many of them there were, they hauled ass. So, I don't see how the Proud Boys are that way. Kinsman is hardly the first defendant to overhaul his appearance. It is common courtroom practice, particularly in high-profile cases. Jodi Arias, repeatedly portrayed in the press as sexually alluring, appeared in court for the murder of her former boyfriend, Travis Alexander, with brown hair, glasses, and modest clothing. A complete departure from the blonde-haired and bikini-clad photos of Arias that circulated on the media before the 2013 murder trial, which even Trump weighed in on. Following year, Eric Milberg, a white supremacist charged with murdering a teen babysitter, got a makeover before appearing in court in Utah. Associated with the racist skinhead movement, where members typically shave their heads, Milberg grew out his hair, shaved his overgrown beard, and got glasses. But for defendants who aren't involved in high-profile cases or don't have the funds for a makeover, there is no opportunity for a full appearance overhaul. This is especially the case with defendants with prominent tattoos. Some of these individuals wear makeup to cover up their body art, but hiring a professional to do so can get expensive, up to $125 daily. This is where I'm telling you guys out there that, tend to get into trouble with the law. Learn how to apply makeup your damn self. It's not that hard to do. We make it look like magic because we have practiced. And courts don't always pay the fees associated with tattoos. Even if they may prejudice a jury against the defendant. In March, a Texas man named Joseph Tejaja, charged with capital murder, asked the 105th District Court to help him remove or cover up his face tattoos. There have been several other cases in which tattoo removal or cover-up for defendants similarly became an issue. The requests demonstrate the significance of appearance in a courtroom. And while some defendants will be able to transform themselves, as Kinsman has done above, those without the means will be forced to appear in court in ways that may expose them to jury bias and prevent them from getting a fair trial. Still not necessarily so. Seriously, guys. Your spouse, let's say you have a girlfriend that knows how to put on makeup and does a decent job, can go in with your attorney and apply the makeup. Seriously, covering up tattoos is not that hard. If you have the right color foundation, you can do anything. Shoot, with just the right colors of eyeshadow, I can make it look like someone beat the hell out of me. And that's just regular makeup. No special stuff, nothing like that. Alright, let me check the chat real quick. Is there anyone out there? Nope, doesn't seem so. Alright, so we are done with that one. We will move on over here to a Florida marriage story, which my brother was the first person to turn me on to. Still not happy about it, but whatever. Florida mayor solicited sex for speed bumps. It figures. Florida mayor. The Florida mayor is accused of soliciting sex from a constituent in exchange for speed bumps, according to the Florida Commission on Ethics and Local Reports. In a press release, October 24th, the commission found that there was probable cause that David Stewart, the mayor of Lantana, Florida, misused his position in it to attempt to obtain a sexual benefit for himself. Stewart solicited sex from a constituent based on an understanding his vote, official action, or judgment would be influenced. Catherine Padilla, 54, a caregiver for the elderly who has lived in Lantana since 1984, filed 2 complaints this year that Stewart had made a sexual innuendo at her during a banquet and that he had solicited sex for speed bumps, according to the document. The commission dismissed the complaint about the innuendo in June, but went forward with the complaint about the speed bumps. Mark Heron, an attorney, said his client denies Padilla's allegations and plans to move forward with the trial to clear his name. This is a case of he said, she said the commission, and the commission is unable to address these issues at a probable cause hearing. We are going to let a judge the credibility of witnesses. But Padilla said she wants an admission from Stewart, an apology, and to protect other women in Lantana. He's the mayor and he thinks he hasn't done anything wrong and acts like he's the victim. Padilla said she befriended the mayor 3 years ago while advocating for speed bumps on her street, which is down the road from an elementary school and middle school. She said she saw people speeding down the road, creating treacherous conditions for the children. But after one lunch with Stewart, she claims he drove her to a motel and suggested that they occupy a room together, according to the documents. She says she declined his advances and Stewart brought Padilla home. Padilla says she repeatedly received calls from Stewart telling her she could still change her mind and sleep with him in exchange for the speed bumps. Padilla claims Stewart called her on the day she was supposed to bring her case to Lantana officials and propositioned her again. She said, "Absolutely not. I will take my chances." And I went to plead my case and I said, why would we like these speed bumps. Oh, and I said why we would like these speed bumps. It was unanimous. We were granted speed bumps. Padilla said the following day Stewart called her and said she should thank him. When she refused, he claims he threatened to take the speed bumps away. Oh, God, this man is petty. Dude, go buy yourself a fucking pocket pussy. I thought all my efforts were for nothing because I didn't have sex with him and because he's angry and he's going to take the speed bumps away. Padilla said, adding a few months later the speed bumps were installed. Stewart said in a formal response to the commission that he did have lunch with Padilla, but he never propositioned her for sex at any time. Stewart, who has been the Lantana mayor since, I think it was supposed to be 2000, not 200, also said the response that he did not have the power to approve or remove speed bumps and that Padilla was aware of this fact. Heron said Stewart had no plans to step down, but Padilla believes that is what is needed for her to get closure on the situation. Stewart has the option to settle the case or agree to trial. If it is found he violated Florida statutes, his punishment could be as severe as removal from office. But Carrie Stillman, a spokesperson for the Florida Commission of Ethics, said the most common penalty is a civil penalty of up to $10,000 per violation. He deserves to also be fucking castrated. And I don't mean chemically. I mean painfully with a dull knife that's rusty and has dried AIDS infected blood on it. That's what I think. Better than AIDS. Hepatitis C. Let's see. He needs to step down for the safety and well-being of the town so women don't have to go through that again, Padilla said. People in power shouldn't do this to other people. You're right. They shouldn't. But maybe you should also think about things before accepting lunch with the mayor. What else have we got? Let's check the chat real quick. There's my baby brother. And there's Michael Hatfield. That is kind of funny. Michael. Let's see. Go back. Baby found crawling across New Jersey road prompts investigation. Why the fuck is there a toddler crawling across the road? To get to the other side? We shall see. All right, now get this. So you see the picture right here. Caption: a baby girl was found crawling across a road in New Jersey on Saturday. Then the story says a baby boy. You know what, people? Figure out what sex the baby is. If you can't figure out what sex it is, it's a hermaphrodite and just call it it. And for all I care, you can put a miniature version of Cousin It up there. I don't care. But, figure out what the fuck you're talking about. A baby found crawling across the New Jersey road Saturday prompted officials to launch an investigation. And a photo of the shocking incident has gone viral on social media. Excuse me for a second. Cody, stop! Damn dog rubbing his ass on the couch. The motorist who spotted the child, Corey Cannon of Eaton, told the Asbury Park Press he noticed the toddler crawling across the road in Lakewood around 5 p.m. I thought it was a toy or something until she moved, he told the newspaper. I knew I needed to get some sort of proof, and my GPS was open on my phone, so I used my work vehicle to slow down traffic behind me, and took a picture as I was exiting the vehicle and halting oncoming cars. Cannon said that he then watched the neighbor come out to the street and return the baby to her home. Oh my God. When he posted the now deleted photo to Facebook of the child, shouldn't have deleted it, dude, just kept it up, which has since gone viral on social media with people sharing and commenting on the stunning sight. Lakewood police told NewJersey.com the family had no idea the child had gotten out of the home and that the door may have been left open by an older sibling. I somehow have a hard time believing that. I really do. The mayor of Lakewood, Ray Coles, told Asbury Park Press that the workers from the state child welfare organization have been in contact with the baby's family. Anytime you have a child that's endangered, they get involved to make sure the child is safe. Well, apparently the child wasn't safe in the first fucking place. Check the chat. Oh, thank you, Six. You can still hop in here, Six. Still hop in here. Could use some other help. Israeli clothing ad featuring Bar what the fuck ever slammed online for being racist, ignorant, and Islamophobic. Oh, boo fucking who. Israeli fashion company ad featuring somebody in a hijab is being slammed online with people calling it racist, ignorant, and Islamophobic. Fucking snowflakes. Go away before I set a fire under your ass and make you melt. The model shared the campaign video for the company, Hoodies, on social media Monday. The video starts out zoomed in on Rafili's face, with the rest of her face covered by niqab, and the words, "Is it Iran in here?" across the screen in Hebrew. Here's the ad itself. Ad is opening. I'm not understanding how it's it's Islamophobic, how it's racist, and what else was, and ignorant. I'm not understanding. They were just showing how, once you get out of there, you don't have to be that way. You can, be free. It's freeing. Oh my God, you people are stupid. Rafili then rips the head covering and begins dancing around, whipping her hair, wearing a crewneck sweatshirt and jeans. At the end of the video, she's wearing a crop top, jean jacket, and next to the slogan, "Freedom is basic." The campaign for Hoodies, which is partly owned by the Israeli model, will also feature other Israeli figures like transgender actress Strav Stratenko, Hasidic TV presenter Melid. I'm not pronouncing these names. An Ethiopian Israeli model and reality star Rebel, according to the Jerusalem Post. Response to the ad has been overwhelmingly critical, with viewers quick to call out the model and the company for promoting racist ideas. It's not racist. It's actually kind of neat. However, some called the model brave for speaking out on a controversial issue. I just searched the name. Lots of people outraged at her, but millions of women are forced to wear Islamic veils. Those who resist are jailed and subjected to violence. Maybe the outrage should be directed at the governments of Saudi Arabia and Iran instead. Couldn't agree more. After the initial backlash, both Hoodies and Rafili pulled the ad from Instagram, though it still remains on her Facebook page. Hoodies did not immediately respond to Fox News' request for comment. Again, that's in no way racist, ignorant, or Islamophobic. It's promoting freedom. Freedom. Do you fuckers not understand what that means? Check the chat. Gotcha, 6. Yeah, Michael, I was always careful with, my goddaughters and everything. Oops, wrong place. There we go. I didn't let them get out into the streets either. Even my goddaughter riding a bike, I made her learn the words car. So her and her sisters got out of the road when they were playing hopscotch and shit. Okay, a New York Post story, which I've been told New York Post is fake media. Well, in this day and age, all media is fake, so everyone can go fuck off. The students find out they're both having sex with the teacher. Tell wife. Oh, lovely. It's a Florida man story. Great. 2 Florida high school students were so furious to find out that their science teacher was sleeping with both of them that they told the man's wife he was having affairs. Both teens are now former students at Fletcher High School in Neptune Beach. Thank God that wasn't my school. At least at my school, I think my teachers were decent. I don't think that they were pedophiles. I had an asshole teacher and a cunt of a teacher and a fucking evil bitch of a dean and evil PE teacher, but hey, when don't you have hard ass teachers? And yes, there's a difference between hard ass and fucking evil. They told police they had sex with Corey French, 30, both at the school and at his home, according to an administrative report by the Duval County School Board. The 16 and 17-year-old students said it wasn't until they found out French had sexual relationship with both of them that they confronted his wife, even supplying her with pictures as evidence of the trysts, according to the report. French was arrested on 2 counts of unlawful sexual activity in September. That's just a fancy way of saying statutory rape. Here's the deal, folks. In the state of Florida, you can have sex with someone that's the age of 16 as long as your maximum age is 24. The ages are 16 to 24. Welcome, 6. For having sex with someone under the age of 18. But the thing is it's only okay with parental consent. So if the parents know and they don't give a fuck, you're good. However, here's the big clincher. Always make sure that if you're going to do that in the state of Florida, that you keep the parents happy. Because at any time, and I do mean at any time, it doesn't matter if they consented before. At any time, they can revoke that consent and use the fact that you had sex with their kid in the past against you.
In other words, don't be an asshole.
Pretty much.
Now, there's going to be a lot of people that really can't live up to that.
Oh, yeah.
Because sooner or later, the asshole colors show through.
Yeah, they do. See, I know how this works because when I was 16, I had boyfriends. And I was seeing this one guy who was, do you believe he was 23? I was 17, about to turn 18. mind you, we messed around before, when I was like, just turned 16 to 17. And, like a week before I turned 18, he's like, I don't want to have sex anymore. I want to wait till you're legal. Dude, what the fuck's been going on the past, like, year? Off and on? The fuck? I was like, my parents don't care. Like, before you, I was 16 messing around with a 30-year-old man. You know? So,
Yeah.
fuck off. Let's see here. Police said both girls told investigators they had consensual sex with French while he taught at the school 2015 to 2017. Again, without parents' permission, it is not consensual. Second, teachers are not supposed to touch their students in an inappropriate way, and having sex with them is completely inappropriate. At least wait till them bitches graduate.
Yeah.
As long as they are attending your school, you cannot touch them like that. Hell, some schools have even banned hugging in favor of fist bumps. I'm like, when I'm really upset and there's a teacher I feel like and confide in, and they've never broken my trust, if I tell them I need a hug, I'm not going to sit there and just do a fucking fist bump. Fuck you.
You're going in for the hug.
Fuck yes, I am. Because hugs have been proven, because it's like cuddling, to lessen stress.
So does petting cats and dogs.
Yes. And my dog's being a fucking dick right now. He keeps yelling, saying, I need to go outside. I need to go outside. And I'm just like, you can fucking wait. I tried to get people on here, and nobody wanted to get on here. It seems I have a message from Burnside. Because I don't want to show my private messages while I'm screen sharing. I have to go through the phone. Okay. So Burnside had asked me to talk about the riots at Hyde Park. He's like, it's hysterical. And, I Googled it, and I'm not finding shit. I'm finding about Riot Fest. It's coming up in Chicago, at Douglas Park. And, I found the history of a riot in Hyde Park in 1866, and he tells me it's a neighborhood.
Media blackout?
I have no clue.
Kind of seems like a media blackout. If there's,
it's quite possible. Either that, or he's actually talking about the riot that happened in 1866, which honestly seemed pretty stupid. I just messaged him back.
Ask him to specify what year he's talking about.
Well, I just told him I'm not finding anything about a riot there. All right, so the former students told police that French confessed his love to them and even planned a getaway to Colorado or Alaska with one of the teens, although she realized that it was likely more than a far-fetched fantasy. One of the teens even scuttled her plans to go to college in hopes that French would leave his wife to be with her. Oh, so Romeo and Juliet. Motherfuckers, they died at the end.
Hopeless romantic.
Me and Burnside call ourselves hopeless romantics.
There's different degrees of
yeah, but the thing is we know that we live in reality no matter how much it fucking sucks. And right now, this is the best we can do. If he had someone and, was seeing me on the side, I'd look at, I'd flat out look at him and go, no. You want to do this once a year. You want to do the whole, same time again next year, which is a great movie starring Alan Alda. You want to pull
rather unrealistic expectations.
You want to pull that? Sure, I have no problem doing that. A fling once a year. But, I'm not stupid enough to think that, someone's going to leave someone. I actually had someone telling me that he was going to leave his girlfriend for me. He only lives 2 hours away from me. I wasn't stupid. I was like, then why the fuck haven't you booted her ass out now? Oh, my son loves her. Okay, see, now that's a dumb excuse to stay with her, in my opinion. That's like, a married couple that, decides to keep the marriage together just for the fucking kids. Believe it or not, it hurts the kids more than it hurts you.
Yeah.
Because they can see everything, and that's why they need therapy. That's why you're shelling out so much money for pediatric therapists. Both girls now refusing to press charges, complicating matters. The number one reason we will see is that they don't want to bring any more attention to themselves or their families. Well, girls, I guess you fucked up. You made your bed, now fucking lie in it. You didn't want this to happen, you should have left his wife out of it.
Yeah.
You bitches did that in hopes that she would leave him and he could go with you guys. Instead, she went and called the fucking cops, which is what she should have done. So this is on you two little thoughts.
Yeah, you got to learn the hard way sometimes.
Right. Attorney Gene Nichols, who is not affiliated with the case, told the news, well, Gene Nichols, if you're not affiliated with the case, shut the fuck up. Obviously, I'm in a pissy mood, and I'm taking it out on the news. They're victims of crimes, and it's difficult being a victim of a crime. No, they're not exactly victims of a crime. Yes, it was statutory rape. Yes, the teacher shouldn't have done it. But they're the ones that thought that going and telling his wife would get them their fucking dream runaway with an older man. And it didn't work to their way, and now they're fucking embarrassed. In my opinion, this should be one of those spots where their actual parents make them stand on a street corner with a sign saying, I'm a whore. How much would you pay me?
This is one of those after-school special moments.
Yeah. God, one of those after-school special moments where it doesn't have a happy ending. Nichols continued, why the fuck are we listening to this stupid fucker? He's not even affiliated with the case. What we do see many times are young people who believe that they're in love, young people who believe that this relationship is going to continue. These stupid bitches knew it wasn't going to continue once they told the wife. They knew it deep down. They just were too dick hungry to listen to their brain.
Too thirsty.
Instead, they were thinking with their twat. District officials learned of allegations in March. Following that notification, Mr. Finch was immediately pulled from his classroom's responsibility and assigned to a temporary role with no student contact. Okay, just for the fact that he was a teacher, he should have been fired.
Yeah.
Mr. French resigned from his teaching position upon notification of the district's recommendation of termination. Now, there shouldn't have been a recommendation. You should have just flat out fired him. And guess what, people? You still wouldn't have had to, give him severance pay because he broke the fucking law. You don't have to pay them when they break the law. French, a 4-year district employee, has pled not guilty and remains free after posting bond. He's expected to return to court November 14th. Oh boy, I have a doctor's appointment to that day. No, motherfucker, you're guilty. However, so are your two little thoughts. This actually reminds me of the song, oh God, it's not, it goes along with the lines of Peter Pumpkin Eater. Cheater, cheater, where'd you meet her? Down at Ernie's bar. You know the song I'm thinking of, Six?
I think so. It also reminds me of the song, I keep hearing it. It's from the 60s or 70s, and it's about cheaters.
Then there's also Patty Lovelace's Blame It On Your Heart. Blame it on your lying, cheating, cold dead beating, two-time and double dealing, mean mistreating, loving heart. I sing it at karaoke. It's one of my top ones to sing. French's wife, Alexandra French, who worked as a kindergarten teacher at Veneta Elementary School in Jacksonville, was also arrested in late September on a misdemeanor charge of resisting arrest without violence. Why the fuck was she arrested? She had nothing to do with this. The district is also reviewing this matter and will make a discipline recommendation at the appropriate time. You're just saying that because you're too pussy to fire them. Anything going on in the chat, Six, or are you able to see it?
I haven't looked at it yet.
I'll take a look.
So I had to switch computers.
Michael Hatfield says, I'm also tired of all these crybabies being offended at everything. Christians are made fun of all the time, and every religion can be criticized except Muslims and Jews. Nah, I criticize them all. They're all fucking stupid and evil and... I have a serious dislike for organized religion. Police say a woman runs topless through a Bernie Sanders rally at USF. Great. University of fucking South Florida.
Bernie Sanders
Go Hurricanes!
Rallies.
Yeah, we still have rallies. Homecoming's coming up.
I mean, Bernie Sanders still has rallies.
Apparently. When was this posted?
Is he just bored?
No clue. This was posted yesterday.
Well, I suppose you have a mansion to go back to, and it's not very fun there. I suppose a rally is an upgrade.
Tampa, lovely. I'm glad I only lived there for fucking 2 weeks.
Go Lightning.
I hated that fucking town. The only thing I like in Tampa are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's it.
I haven't cared much for the Buccaneers since they got rid of those. I really like those neon orange uniforms.
Oh, they had to do that because I think it was another team had the same color. Exact same color. Every team has a similar color, or their colors have to be the reverse of what another team says. There's a college team out there that has blue and orange as their colors, and people have confused their colors for Gators and Gator colors for theirs. Ours is orange and blue, whereas theirs is blue and orange. But they don't have a third color. Almost every team actually has a third color even on their uniforms and everything. It's just not as prominent as the main two colors. Florida Gators is orange, blue, and green because alligators are green.
Yeah.
A 23-year-old woman was arrested after she ran topless through the crowd at a Wednesday afternoon Democratic political rally led by U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders, according to the University of South Florida. About 700 had gathered to hear the senator from Vermont appear alongside Democrat Lieutenant Governor nominee Chris King, which I voted for your ass, even though I didn't want to. Attorney General nominee Sean Shaw, and Chief Financial Officer nominee. I did not vote for him. Then Victoria Royal took off her shirt and ran through the crowd at the USF Campus Recreation Center at about 4:45 p.m. Should have gone the whole way, babe. They might not have stopped you right away. No. In the top picture here, she has a bunch of words written on her chest and everything. If you'd worn pasties, you would have been fine. That's Florida law. As long as we don't see your nipples, it's okay.
So is she one of these femin people?
We're about to try and find out. Royal ignored a police officer's demands to put her shirt back on. Photos from the event show she was eventually restrained on the ground and led away by 3 police officers. No, that's not the ground. That's padding on the floor. I can see your indentations. Photos revealed she had writing all over her torso and arms, though it was unclear what the message she was trying to convey. She's probably one of those that's okay with grabbing them by the coochie. Police said they did not know what motivated Royal. She was the only person at the rally to undress. Royal was arrested on misdemeanor charges of exposure of sexual organs and resisting an officer without violence. Again, sweetie, if you'd worn pasties, you would have been fine. The only sexual organ.
Writing.
No, see, the fact that they could actually identify nipples makes it a sexual organ.
I see. Well, it's not very effective writing if the message was unclear.
Well, if it's the right type of pasties, you wouldn't even see the seams. She was taken to the Hillsborough County Jail. Her bail information was not available late Wednesday. Looks like Bernie's watching what was going on. Let's see. What's next? And I will say, all this news is courtesy of MSS News. Love you, Monkey. Love you, Scribe. Thank you for your news. Bare buns. Half-naked woman falls through cookout ceiling. What the fuck is it with naked people today? But at least this is in Kingsport, Tennessee. Police in Tennessee say a half-naked woman fell twice through a restaurant ceiling and landed in its kitchen. News outlets report 26-year-old Harley C. Morton was arrested Tuesday on charges including trespassing and disorderly conduct. A Kingsport police report says a cookout employee called 911 when the naked bottom half of a woman dropped through the ceiling tiles. It says a responding officer found her wallet with her ID on the restaurant's roof. Police say she may have gotten onto the ceiling through the air conditioning unit. Damn, how the fuck tiny was she?
I don't know. I guess she's never heard of a door.
Morton fell through the ceiling again while the officer was on the roof. It says she landed on the floor and was arrested by other officers. It's unclear if she has a lawyer. Probably no lawyer will take the fucking job. because it already says that she was there after being told not to be there on a trespassing order.
Well, I have a new nickname for her. I will call her Ceiling Fan.
Ceiling fan. Former TV CEO says the U.S. should ban straight white males from voting. 6, you're screwed.
Well, I'm only half screwed.
Yeah, and they expect the other half to vote Democrat. So you're still screwed. Washington. Stephen Clifford, author and former CEO of the King Broadcasting Company and National Mobile Television, told PJM that the federal government should prohibit straight white males from voting in its U.S. elections as a way to save democracy. There is no saving democracy or republics or anything like that. It's just trying to find a common ground and dealing with it.
No, there's no saving any sort of democratic form of government by preventing part of the population from voting because of the way they were born.
Oh, I was talking politics in general. Not just a particular section of the population. Personally, I think we should prevent snowflakes from voting, but hey, I can't push for that. No. I'd end up getting fucking death threats and probably a bomb in my mailbox. I think it's the only hope for democracy in America, and I will be leading a great movement to prohibit straight white males who I believe support Donald Trump by about 85% from exercising the franchise, and I think that will save our democracy. Clifford said during an interview after speaking at the forum Destroying the Myths of Market Fundamentalism, which was organized by the Center for Study of Responsive Law, a group former independent presidential candidate Ralph Nader founded in 1968. Okay, so you're going to pretty much do a million snowflake march to keep natural born or naturalized American citizens who are straight, white, and happen to have a dick from voting. Yeah, no, not going to fucking work. Clifford, author of the book CEO Pay Machine, How It Trashes America and How to Stop It, urged Democrats to explain their policy proposals to voters rather than focus on the reasons why they oppose President Trump. Yes, I'm one of those voters that actually votes on topics. So if, let's say, a Democratic candidate says, I want to tighten abortion laws, and the Republican, which, happens to say, dude, if you need it, you need it, just don't use it as birth control, I'm going to vote for the fucking Republican.
Yeah. It's, I never vote straight ticket. That's, in my opinion, that's probably one of the dumbest things anybody could do.
In my opinion, that's the best way to ruin your government, is to vote straight ticket.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. But there are people that will do that because of my party or whatever. It's really stupid. I don't
I mean, Scooby and Burnside, as you know, Six, have been working really hard to try and turn me red. And I'm not a red party person. I'm not a blue party person. I guess you could say I'm a purple party because I can side with either side depending on the topic.
You're what I would say. You're probably center left or moderate left.
Um,
That's how
my my best
I would
friend, the
characterize it.
Tarwin, calls me a conservative Democrat.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that too.
I personally, if you're going to literally ask what my political views are, they can be very liberal. Um, I'm not your standard progressive. Like we have a bunch of hotels here in town that could easily be renovated and turned into homeless shelters. Instead, they're tearing them down to build up new ones. We don't need more fucking hotels. We really fucking don't. I shared this one post on Facebook about turning dead malls, just empty giant shells, into homeless shelters. And one of my friends is like, "Well, how is this going to be funded?" And I was like, "By donations, like most other shelters. We have two shelters in town that only run on donations, so they are run very poorly. Um, but they help a lot. Sadly, only one of them is for men only, which is the Salvation Army, which we stopped donating to them because they support sending gay people to straight camps. There was
People
one in
people still do that.
yes, yes, they do. They literally see they can't legally do it in America anymore because it's considered torture. So there's actually a camp over in Puerto Rico. Uh, Actually, no, the Dominican Republic is where it is. And they torture these kids. If these kids don't start acting straight, they put them in a hole where there's like rats and shit. There's actually a documentary on it. I think it's called Kidnapping for Jesus. I think is the name of it.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, they actually had the making of on PBS one time, and I sat there watching it. And my ex husband's yelling at me to clean the house, and I just looked at him like, I'm fucking watching this. You can shut the fuck up. Let's see. I'm not a campaign consultant, and I think they have to get off the fact that Donald Trump is Donald Trump. Every voter knows that Donald Trump was Donald Trump. Hillary Clinton spent 450 million to say every day that Donald Trump was Donald Trump. Uh, Clifford said, referencing the 2016 presidential election campaign. They both said dumb shit while on the campaign trail. I don't like either one of them. I just, personally, yeah, I would have liked it if Bernie could have gotten in, but, also if one of the other incumbents or independent candidates had been able to get onto the real ballot, no matter how many people voted for him, I would have voted for that person just to keep both of them out.
That was more. Trump was the last guy standing in the way of Hillary, and that's the only reason I voted for him. At the time, anyway. He's done some okay things after that, but mostly it was just to stop Hillary.
And I get that, and mine was just the reverse. I voted for Hillary just to stop Trump.
Politics is a funny thing.
Burnside asked me when we first started talking who I voted for, and I told him, I was like, I voted for Hillary. He's like, why did you vote for fucking Hillary? He's like, you voted for her because she had a twat, didn't you? And I'm like, no. I don't care. She has an engorged clit down there that looks like a baby penis. I was like, I voted to keep Trump out of office. But that was literally just a side reason. My main reason was, she already had, in my opinion, sufficient amount of political experience to hold the position. That, and I've never really liked Trump as a person. I do not like him as a person. Let's see here. I think they've got to tell voters why they're going to be better off with a Democratic House or Democratic Senate rather than just say Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump every day. Anti doesn't get people out to vote enough. Yeah, someone should leave. During the forum, Ralph Nader suggested that public schools teach contract law and tort law to students, given the rising rate of internet use among young people. What the fuck is tort law?
Ah, shit. I should know this.
I understand contract law. It literally has to do with contracts. But I've never heard of tort law.
I know. I should know this. I'm really embarrassed. I should know this.
Oh, you're fine. I'm gonna Google it.
I'm just really distracted here. I'm working on stuff here, and it's kind of slow going because I'm working with a Stone Age computer that has this tendency to just want to not do stuff.
All right, here we go. Lex Legal Dictionary of Tort. Definition: a tort is an act or omission that gives rise to injury or harm to another and amounts to civil wrong for which courts impose liability. In the context of torts, injury describes the invasion of any legal right, whereas harm describes as a loss or detriment in the fact that an individual suffers. Okay, so more or less personal injury. Got it. Young people have to sign these agreements, fine print agreements, or click on to Facebook and so on. Instagram. It's okay, so it's like when we click the agreement to use something. Yeah, that's contract law. It's not like it's foreign to their experience, and we don't teach it, so I think we've got to make lawlessness a political issue. An election year issue, because in a state of lawlessness, the people who have the most money and the corporations with the most raw power are going to run the country into the ground, as they already are. The country's already in the ground, and some of these companies are suffering, so yeah. Half the country's population is poor, he added. Forget all the other statistics. Half of the country's families are told to make it under $50,000 per year gross for a family of 4. That's before deductions. 2 parents, 2 children, in the land of the free and the richest land in the world. What a crock of shit.
I wonder in these, their professors telling them horror stories about capitalism. Did they ever happen to mention the difference between corporatism and capitalism? I doubt it.
Well, they're just telling them the Woogie Man stories of, you know, law. Here is how the law will hurt you if you follow it. Oh, here's how the law will fucking save your ass if you follow it.
Yeah.
Charlotte woman whose racist rant went viral is now missing. Doesn't sound like anything bad to me. A woman who was fired from her job and was given 4 criminal summonses for harassing 2 black men in an apartment complex, screaming, "I'm white, I'm beautiful, I'm hot." Bitch, no the hell you're not. I am looking at your picture right now, and with your mouth open like that, you look like a damn frog waiting for a fly to land.
She looks like a ghost version of a human being.
That all that bleach must have gone to her fucking brain. She is now missing, according to police. Videos of Susan Jane Westwood, 51, went viral after several clips on Facebook on October 19th showed her seemingly intoxicated and pounding 2 sisters named Lessa and Mary Garris, who were reportedly awaiting a AAA car assistance in their Cadman Fairview apartment complex in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm white, I'm pretty, and I'm over 40. And who are you? Where do you live? Do I need to call people? Are you fucking kidding me? The women are waiting for a goddamn tow truck. Mind your own fucking business.
No, some believe everybody's business is their business.
Yeah, well, we already know that if this happened in like either Scooby's or Burnside's neighborhood, she would have gotten shot.
Yep.
Down here, she probably would have gotten a pine tree shoved up her ass. Now, if it had been done to me, I'd probably be in jail. On numerous occasions, Westwood demanded to know where the women lived, while also bragging about her $125,000 salary and chanting, "I'm white, I'm white. Is your baby daddy here?" Fuck a duck. I hate people like this. She also threatened to bring out my concealed weapon. Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I'm now really glad you disappeared. According to a police report sent Thursday from the Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department to Yahoo Lifestyle, one sister also claimed Westwood physically assaulted her and threatened her with bodily injury. Westwood was issued various criminal summonses accusing her of simple assault and communicating threats. I can tell you right now that simple assault would have gone up straight up to fucking assault and battery. Here's the video. Oh god, I hate
very interesting.
ads.
No, I was going to say that was a very interesting. This little 51-year-old girl screaming at this. Okay, so
There we go.
she's just creepy looking.
Okay, it's just music. Good. Good, but she got fired.
She looks like a pale raccoon. Yeah, she is one of these evidently burns the candle at both ends.
Well, there goes her $125,000 fucking paycheck. After the videos went viral, Westwood was fired from her job at Charter Communications, which is actually like their cable telephone company. incident recorded in Charlotte is a blatant violation of Charter's code of conduct and clearly disregards the company's commitment to inclusion and respectful behavior. As such, Ms. Westwood's employment with the company has been terminated effective immediately.
Uh-huh.
A police representative tells Yahoo Lifestyle that on Wednesday, because Westwood called 911 to falsely claim the women were trying to break into nearby apartments, she now has an additional charge misusing 911. However, when police attempted to serve the misdemeanor warrant, Westwood was nowhere to be found. Police are asking anyone with information about Westwood's location to call 911. Look for out-of-state family.
This lady sounds like she needs to spend a little time in an institution.
Sounds like she needs a fucking Xanax. Let's see if I can find it.
They're roboting just a bit there.
Oh, it's because I was switching over to Twitter to find any other news.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. I gotta find this one. Dog accidentally shoots owner in duck hunting trip. Wait for that to load. CNN assumes how veterans feel about the border. Oh, J-Lo is giving dating advice that men are useless before the age of 33.
I was pretty useless before the age of 33. So she would have been right about me. As far as other guys go, yeah, it's a case-by-case basis.
How to write consent in romance novels. Easy. Can I kiss you? Yes! There's fucking consent. I'm not reading that article. Vegetarian served human flesh at a restaurant. Yes.
Well, how about that? They really do eat their own.
And a woman accuses American Airlines of stealing from her. Ooh. Okay. Accidentally shoots owner in the back during hunting trip. Article. There we go. While that's loading, I'll check the chat. Whenever it'll fucking pull up. Michael Hatfield says, I don't like organized religion either. It's all a scam to control people and make a profit from them. Money and power. Oh, fuck yes, you are so right.
Especially the Scientologists.
This is why I'm a solitary practitioner of Druidism. And I've had people tell me, oh, you need a coven. No, the fuck I don't. I don't need a coven. I don't need a group. I don't need jack shit.
I'm not a big fan of David Miscavige.
I mean, a coven might be more powerful, but you know what? I'm more at peace without all them fuckers telling me what I can and can't do.
Never try to live up to the expectations of people trying to tell you what your spiritual journey should or should not be.
Sometimes a man's best friend makes mistakes. Luckily, Charlie's aim needs some work. According to the La Cruza News, the 120-pound Rottweiler mix accidentally shot his owner, Sonny Tex Gilligan, while the two were out on a hunting trip in a New Mexico desert.
Why is he called Tex Gilligan if he's in New Mexico?
No clue. Gilligan told the Sun News that Charlie got his paw caught on the trigger of a shotgun in the back of the man's truck while the vehicle was parked, causing the gun to go off.
Shouldn't have been loaded, and if it was loaded, it should have been on safety.
Exactly. I leaned forward and he slipped off the seat and caught the trigger and it shot, Gilligan said. It was a freak accident, but it's true. That's what happened. Oh, it's such a pretty puppy. Do you want to see the puppy, Six?
I want to see the puppy.
All right, give me just a second. I will screen share.
So you've known me long enough. Of course I want to see the puppy. I always want to see the puppy.
Oh, and Six, you could have felt free to say that out loud. I've invited everybody, and nobody's responded, so I guess
okay.
no one else is coming.
Yeah, it's one of those weird Thursdays. Seems like everybody's up to something or they're asleep.
I sent one to Pat. I sent one to Rich. I sent one to Irving, to Hammer, to Quiz.
Hammer and Quiz might actually be doing Minions tonight. But yeah, it's
And tonight's the computer's slow, so I'm gonna have to go in and look and see if all them fucking scripts are back in here to where I have to remove them. Burnside didn't tell me that he added extra code into the computer to try and make it run better, and I'm like, it doesn't need the fucking code. It runs just fucking fine. Every time I try and screen share, it's acting up. Share, goddammit.
Well, I probably got to jump off here in just a few minutes. So got to finish this thing up here, and I will. As soon as I'm finished with your project, I will send it to you. And there was dead air.
Fuck it up. There we go. I'm finally sharing. Now to present.
Yeah, it says anybody else coming? Yeah. Yeah, it happens sometimes. I kind of wanted somebody to hop on to the solo stream that I ended up. I didn't originally intend it to be a solo stream. I actually wanted somebody on there to actually talk to, but I had this entire stream that was about me and the New Orleans airport.
Ah.
And my less than modest attire.
And the fucking...
You gotta see this puppy. Okay.
Dog.
So we have just found out what the computing power of a sundial is. Evidently, it leaves a little bit it leaves a little bit to be desired. So anyhow,
Oh, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Awesome. Computer decided to be a fucking dick. Apparently Burnside's in a mood. There's the puppy.
Puppy. Looky there.
And got a pretty Brindle in the background, too.
Hey there.
But this is the puppy that shot the owner.
Yeah. Well, that puppy's a lot smarter than the owner.
Yes.
If your dog is smarter than you probably shouldn't own firearms. And this is coming from a self-described gun nut.
Gilligan still considers Charlie a good boy, even though the shot, which entered through Gilligan's back, broke several ribs and shattered the hunter's collarbone.
Ooh.
The man was able to reach his phone
there.
and call for help. Gilligan's credits first responders for saving his life, saying he would have bled out without their quick help. Believe it or not, people, paramedics carry tampons around in their med kits.
Mm-hmm. Just for idiots like this.
Well, not the Army, the Navy, the Marines, and the Air Force all have tampons in their medics kits.
Yeah, because they're absorbent and they expand when they're wet.
Yep. Now people say, "Oh, you want to stop the bleeding? Just put pressure on it." No, literally shove a tampon in there. That's the best thing to do. Charlie's owner transported by helicopter to a hospital where he underwent several surgeries. Gilligan's now recovering at a rehabilitation center. As for Charlie, he is being looked after by Gilligan's son until the owner is well enough to bring the pooch back to his 4-acre property.
Give that dog a steak.
It was an accident, although they tease me asking me if he did it on purpose, Gilligan said. Truth is, Charlie's a big, loving dog and would never hurt anybody on purpose. He does look so sweet, don't he?
Yep.
It's okay, you shot the mean human. He was going to take your dinner from you, wasn't he? Yes, he was. Alright, so because the computer's acting up, I'm going to call this short.
Okay. Well, I had to jump out anyway. But,
yeah. 6, you want to show real quick?
Let's see. I don't have my schedule for next week, so I don't know exactly when this is going to be, but I'm going to have a tea time stream on one of my next couple of off days. So be looking forward to that. I will be posting that, of course, on Twitter, where you can follow me the next 6 minutes. You can also follow me on minds.com and, well, not so much Gab anymore, but
is Gab still down?
I have no idea. But I'll check sometime. So I can say, you can follow me on Gab. Anyhow, I am the next 6 minutes. Thank you for having me on your stream here and showing me the awesome.
Thank you for coming. I was kind of dying on my own.
Yeah, these solo streams are kind of lonely.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it being lonely. It's just I'm used to everyone else's banter as I'm going along. Yeah. So
well, if you have enough people in chat to play off of, then it's not so bad.
Yeah, that's why I was bouncing, between stories. And of course, I am Terracin, your favorite cyber bitch. I'm calling it short tonight, and I'm sorry I was late getting the show going. I was trying to get some people on, and luckily 6 we didn't have to pop on here with me. You can find me on pretty much any social media except on Facebook. you will be looking for Ambrosia Locke, and in parentheses it'll say Tara Sin. Because Mark Zuckerberg is a douche and won't let me change my name.
Zuckerberg is a douche.
He really is. I'm going to be posting another new video of trick-or-treating in town of Tioga. The music with it will be the Halloween theme song as well. So don't flag my ass because I paid for that fucking ringtone, so suck it. And so everybody have a good night. And yes, Rich, you are very late. Start at the beginning. Love you. Bye.